Sup, fight fans, genitals. Welcome to the Sugar Show, baby.
You bought the next Adam 22 shirt.
Hey, that's cool. Maybe he'll have his show similar to Adam 22, where he's like, okay, you guys compete, and then you guys can fuck my wife with a little sugar in it. All right. But I'm also there. Didn't he go viral recently? Because he was talking to that Neon kid, the streamer, and then the Neon was acting weird as hell. I don't follow that dude, so I don't even know how he got put on, but I just know he's a streamer, and he's like a virgin Indian kid that looks kind of Mexican.
He's fucking annoying.
Yeah, he got that girlfriend, and I don't even know where she came from, other than I know she's some OnlyFans girl, and like I don't even know if that's real. I just be seeing clips online, you know. But yeah, like the last thing he said was, "Oh yeah, does she suck your dick?" Oh, Braden Martin, or what's his name, Bradley Martin. It's like, yeah, she probably sucks your dick, right? He goes, ew. I was like, what the hell? But yeah, man, Sugar Sean was talking about threesomes and shit, some weirdo shit with Neon. I was like, bro, this kid's a virgin over here. You're over here on some weirdo shit, and his daughter was there on the thing, bro. Even though she couldn't hear because he had the headset on, it's just a weird shit to be streaming with your daughter talking about that type of concept, that type of shit, bro. Especially when your daughter's like a little ass baby, it's all weird. But let's get to the
shirt
fights.
on.
Hey man, I fuck with O'Malley. He got the Jack Harlow glow up, you know, when white dudes get that, because he's vanilla baby. But yeah, he like was a hella nerdy looking kid. Remember on the Contender series? Like he had no facial hair. Facial hair really helps a lot of people. It's like male. I call it male. What is it? Contouring. Male contouring. You know, everyone looks better with a beard. That's just saying. But yeah, man. How'd you do this week, man? What'd you think of the UFC first card of the year?
I mean, it was cool. It was a cool little card. Something, some dudes fucked it up on there. Ricky Simone. He had the first round, but he just fell off. What else was there?
Well, I guess we'll tackle it right into our results too while we talk about it. Both of us went 2-2, man. So I mean, not the worst, but not the best. You went negative 0.4 units, and I went negative 0.3 units. So we're right there, though. I mean, that's not too bad. You got Van minus 210. Van was a dominant winner. He finished him. The Waldo KO. We were worried about Waldo. He always finishes by decision, even though he wins.
Yeah.
So he's a little
Arvlovsky's old ass held up.
Yeah, he just tried to fight a little smarter, dodge a lot, you know. So that was good. I thought he was gonna try to maybe grapple, maybe do some more leg kicks, but it was just whatever on that. And then you hit the parlay here, the greasy one. It was Van, Basharat, and Goliath. Cape was also on there, but the fight was canceled. So we still got a plus 140 on there. And then the last parlay was fucked up. We had it was a long shot though. We had Benitez, Smellisberg, and Simone. And Simone and Smellisberg, which leads me into my loss. Smellisberg. I told y'all last week if he loses this one, I'm done so with this fool, man. Yeah, he was not looking good. He looked slow, didn't look aggressive, not what I thought he was going to be at all. I mean, I know it's a tough matchup, but still, no Smellisberger. And then I got Ferreira, the Hulk.
Yeah, he slept Phil House.
Yeah, man. I mean, exactly what I thought. I also sprinkled on the KO prop plus money. But for the show, I had Ferreira minus 125 and Jim Miller minus 120, bro. Jim Miller, bro. He's a real one. And he won by sub, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the one I was hyped in because I had a sprinkle on that too at plus 400 on the sub. And because this whole week he was talking about how he would sub Brock Lesnar by Kimura and shit. And I was like, yeah, this fool will be subbing. He can knock people out too, but I'm glad that happened. And my greasy parlay did not hit. Ankalaev, Cape was canceled. Van. So similar to yours, except I added Nolan. That fool got slept quickly.
His ass kicked by the motor.
And I guess this is still relevant that the Contender Series curse or the debut of the Contender Series guys against more experienced guys, it's always a tough one. You know, the experience really matters when you go in the UFC, not just Contender Series. So, but let's see here. We got a new week. We got a pay-per-view in Canada, with a whole bunch of Canadian fighters. Not a whole bunch of good Canadian talent out there. There's a lot of Canadian fighters, but not a good talent. So we'll see how it holds up. But let's share the screen here. See what we got on tap. And we're always going to start from the bottom, because that's how Drake does it. So we do it. We got Malcolm Gordon against Jimmy Flick. Malcolm Gordon, the Canadian, against Redneck Jiu-Jitsu grandfather. Jimmy Flick, man. That fool retired and came back. But yeah, man, do you like this matchup here? And I guess I should share the odds. I think it's going to be close odds. Malcolm Gordon, minus 200 right now, bro. That's crazy. With Jimmy Flick being, plus 175, 170. And this actually opened at a pick'ems almost. Like Malcolm Gordon was like minus 115, minus 120. This is insane, bro. I didn't realize it jumped that much, to be honest with you.
Yeah, right here it says minus 120.
Yeah, see, that's what it was opening as. But right now on Bet Online, as we speak, minus 203 actually. So that changes things, man. I mean, for me, when I first looked at this, I was leaning on Gordon heavy, but I was like, I think when I looked at him, he was about minus 130. And I was like, do I want to lay with Malcolm Gordon, or what do I want to do with this? And but then now I guess I missed the boat there, bro.
Yeah.
But he's 14-7. Is 33 years old, 2-fight losing streak is not really impressive. But the people he's fought has been pretty decent, as far as Hadley, Mokaev, Sumadarji, Albazi, and he's beaten on the weak, basically Bondar and Francisco Figueiredo, who are weak as hell. So this might be a step down for him, but Jimmy Flick, I mean, he's also that same. It's a good matchup, essentially. Jimmy the Brick, 16-7, also 33 years old with a 2-fight losing streak. Never knocked anybody out. That's something to say, but never been submitted either. And his last loss was against Alexandro Costa and Charles Johnson. But he did beat Durden in the past. And that's pretty much the biggest notable win that he's had throughout his career, to be honest. Man, I mean, I was going to say for the pick, I'm going Gordon, bro, because I was on him at the beginning. But minus 200 on Gordon makes me nauseous. He's not someone that you would lay 200 with typically, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, do I like Jimmy Flick? Not these days. I don't know where his mental's at or his meth. So,
yeah, for sure.
But yeah, who do you like?
Not Jimmy Flick.
Not Jimmy Flick. Yeah, for the show, we're gonna rock with Malcolm Gordon. Also, the home field advantage in Canada. But yeah, minus 200. I missed the boat, man. If you want to be real greasy and degen about it, might be the first leg of your parlay. Early just to start out the night, if you want to be degen. But yeah, I think the odds are way off. We missed the boat out. My pick'em's minus 120. Next up, man, we got some chicks fight. Your girl Jasmine Judah Vicious against Priscilla Cachoeira, the zombie chick, zombie girl. And then as far as the odds go right now, what do we got? We got the opening was Jasmine Judah Vicious minus 345-ish. She's still about the same. 360, 370. Yeah, big favorite.
Yeah, she's another Canadian. I'll probably go with her also. She's coming off that close fight with Tracy Cortez at UFC Noche, so I know she's trying to get back here.
Yeah, man, I agree with that. It's hard. I mean, I don't like minus 400 type of vibes with the chick fights a lot of times, but yeah, bounce back spot. She competed with Cortez, who is one of the top fighters in the division as far as up and coming girls. Jasmine Judah Vicious is also durable, 9-3. She hits hard. She's not that young, but she's still young in her career. She's never been finished. We talked about this on the Tracy Cortez fight, but she's never been finished. Only lost by decisions in her career. So, and the people she's beaten are pretty decent. They're okay, but the people she's lost to are actually good. Like Cortez is good. Natalia Silva. The Elise Reed split is a little sus, but that was back in the minor leagues. So, and then Cachoeira, zombie girl, 12-5. She's 35. I mean, she's knockout or nothing. She's not a submission girl, so she's not going to win by submission. She's only going to throw hard. But to be honest, is she even that big of a power puncher? You know what I'm saying? Like she's not Lamos. You know what I'm saying? She's not that level as far as power punching. She's good at taking punches. You know, so for me, I'm not. This is not a hot take, but or anything. But yeah, I'm on the same vibe as you with Jasmine Judavicius. Greasy ass parlay, you know, piece. As far as props go, I mean, of course, you got to lean on the over 2.5 at minus 160, right? I could see Jasmine Judavicius like try to make a statement in Canada and really try to finish this lady. But she is pretty durable, you know, like we talked about, bro. Never been knocked out before. So that actually has to play for something, right? But as far as props, Jasmine Judavicius by points, actually minus 125. I don't hate that, man. To bring that minus 360 down to minus 125, that's pretty good. If you want to take a flyer, a knockout is plus 650, but I don't know. Girl fights knockout, it's rough. But yeah, let's go that route. Hopefully we have a hot take in one of these soon, man. What do we got here?
Nah, this card is kind of mid. So look at that. Who the fuck is young?
Here we go. This is actually one of my best bets, probably.
Who, Johan?
My boy Johan. But yeah, Johan Lanius against Sam Patterson. Both these guys are just going to go in. Somebody's going to try to get slept or sleep somebody. So entertainment-wise is good, but yeah, not big name value at all on this one. But let's look at their Tapology pages. Johan 9-2 from Canada.
The other guy got knocked out by somebody. He looks familiar.
Yeah, St. Patterson. We'll touch on White Lion, bro. 31 years old, only on one loss. He lost to Mike Mallet, another Canadian. A lot of close fights. So I am a little concerned on, you know, when it comes to like if you're talking about odds and all that stuff in there. He is the favorite. Johan's open minus 125, now minus 150. I think he's still good to up until, for me, minus 170, minus 180. But yeah, man, I think he's just going to be the more experienced fighter as far as fighting some better competition, even if he lost. And he's definitely down to throw hands in the pocket. You know, so he is the shorter guy. And we talked about Sam Patterson here. You mentioned 10-2. He is very tall, 6'3", younger, 27-year-old. So he got that going for them. He got knocked out by Yanel.
No, the Jewish dude. Yeah, he got slept badly.
Yeah, so I mean, no hate to that because that guy does throw bombs, crazy bombs. So, you know, but the tall guy usually does get slept if they fucks around, you know. But at this odds, I'm still liking the favorite here, Johan, to finish Sam Patterson. Actually, what's the odds for that? Let me check. Sorry, I gave you all an ad. You guys see his body here. Johan Lin is. Oh, the under over is 1.5 rounds. Overs plus 130. In case you were wondering. Yeah, Johan by knockout. Plus 130. Yeah, I would just go straight because you know anything can happen in these fights. I like bigger plus money for a prop, but Johan for me, man. What do you like? You take a flyer on Patterson? It's not even that big of underdog.
I'm not messing with that Patterson dude, especially the way he got knocked out. That shit was bad.
Yeah. And he's a lanky guy, you know, leaving his chin up. You know, hey, you could always get knocked out doing that stuff. But yeah, that was the main event of the early prelims. Now getting into some horny fights. We got the Canadian Jillian Robertson against the Brazilian Poliana Viana. This is Kobe's chick, the one that was probing him in the ass, for those that are following the drama that happened in the past. Yeah, I mean, what do you think? It's a big odds here, bro. Jillian Roberts open minus 180. Money's come in on her. She's now minus 250 range. That's crazy, bro. Jillian Roberts is a minus 250. Has that ever even happened?
She's been on a run too, though, I want to say, right?
She has a good coach, Din Thomas, who does a lot of commentating as well. But she's 12-8, the Savage. She has a lot of experience. 28 years old, only on a one-fight losing streak. But submission specialist. Most of her wins a submission. She's actually surprisingly more durable than you think.
She's a good ass grappler. She was like on a good winning streak, like you said, and then who ended it? Baby Shark. Yeah, it's gonna be a close. It's like a hard fight because Polyana, she's like only good in the first round. She's like She goes hella hard, and then she kind of just gasses out. And I feel like, Robinson's gonna have more of the experience and probably could just drag it out and tap her. Because Pollyanna got
Yeah.
tapped out in her last fight, right? Or was it all three?
Well, let's see here. Pollyanna, 13-6, 31 years old. Surprisingly, she's actually she's older than Jillian Robertson with less experience. She's a finisher, though. She lost by submission to Yasmin Lucindo. And then before that, she did beat Jin Yu Frey, but who doesn't beat Jin Yu Frey, right? And then she lost to Baby Shark before that by decision as well, and finished. So she has some submission on her, which actually concerns me. Some people think, okay, you have submission, you have ground game, you could defend some of the stuff that Jillian Robertson has. But I think what it does is it might lead her into being okay with going to the ground against Jillian Robertson. And that's where you're going to fuck up because, to be honest, that's the only way Jillian Robertson's going to win. She's going to have ground control, submission, and if she doesn't finish you, and she has ground control the whole time, then she's going to win by decision, right? So that's my actual concern. But for the odds here, ain't no way I'm fucking betting on Jillian Robertson at minus 250. I think she's better grappler, better BJJ, younger, more experience. But so she should be the favorite. But at this point, I think the lines move too much. And if it keeps climbing, right now, Pollyanna Viana's plus 210. I like it 210. But if it goes to like 250 or more, I'm for sure going in on it. But at 210, if it stays like this, I might sprinkle a little pizza money, or maybe a little quarter unit type of vibe. And then as far as the under over, I'm not going to mess with it, but it's at 2.5. The over 2.5 is plus 120. So that means, and I can see this being a finish as far as submission, either way, but especially Jillian Robertson finishing Viana. And we're in Canada. Don't forget that. This chick's from Canada. Yeah, so we'll see. But I just can't lay minus 250. So my best bet on that one as far as that would be Pollyanna Viana. Do you think it by decision is a possibility?
Because
the other one?
I feel like she only could she's gonna get out
finish fools.
Yeah, if she doesn't finish her in the first round, it's gonna be all bad.
Yeah, she gotta have to keep it standing. If she can keep it standing, then she got a shot. But going to the ground is just a big mistake. Pollyanna by points and KO are the same, plus 700. So the submission for Jillian Roberts is plus 155 right now. So I don't know. That's obviously the most likely outcome. So if you guys like that, do you? For me, I'm not laying that. Not laying 250. That's all. Next up, we got, I don't even know how to say it, Sergey City from the Contender Series from the Ukraine against Ramon.
Great dudes.
Yeah, these guys didn't get their shades in yet. UFC's hating on them.
Ramon, he's coming off the Contender, right?
Both of them are, yeah. Ooh. Let's hear it. Ramon the Savage, bro. 9-2, 30 years old, off the Contender Series. Mostly a finisher by knockout, does some submissions, never been submitted, never lost by decisions, only been knocked out before, so he's down to fight. He beat Romias, who was actually the favorite. So Tavares was the underdog, I believe, if I remember right. And Tavares came through and finished him first round in the Contender Series. He's actually fought Sergey City before, actually, and lost to him as well. So he fought a month later again. So shout out to Tavares for being a real man about it. But what do you think?
Oh no, it's a close fight. What did he lose by to him?
By knockout.
Oh,
in the first round, straight right.
Oh, yeah.
And moving over to this guy here, the Canadian, 10-1. Nice pick. Pause. 6-5 win streak. 27 years old, about the same age here. Also another guy that likes to knock out. Never been knocked out. Never been submitted. So he's never been finished.
He's gonna win.
And he's only had one fight in the Contender Series, unlike Tavares, who had two.
Yeah, but it's because he won and got the contract, right?
Exactly. And City is also the favorite, by the way, minus 175.
Yeah, I'll go with City because he's in Canada. He's probably gonna go him.
Yeah,
you gotta do a fat Canadian fighter parlay.
Some places opened him at minus 190, and now actually he's at minus 175. So there is some love on the dog. But for the pick here, I'm not betting on this right now. I don't have anything on this, but I'm going City as well. I mean, I just think he's more well-rounded. But I can see why people like Tavares as the underdog, because when you have a guy that's an underdog and he's going to fight for your money, he's going to be able to throw bombs and he's going to go out in his shield. That is attractive for an underdog, So, but for the pick, I'm going City. I just think he's more well-rounded. He could have the power punches. He could grapple. He looks more fit, to be honest. So maybe the gas tank is better on his side. But we'll see there. Here we go. Some skills.
Charles Jourdain
against Sean Woodson. Woodson looks like a Tayshaun Prince type. Like he plays for the Pistons.
He's like 6'2", and he fights at 145. It's crazy.
Yeah, he's lean as hell, and he got reach.
Got reach. I feel like, I don't know. He ain't like lived up to the potential he's like supposed to have. And I feel like Jourdain been getting better like every fight.
Yeah, Jourdain's open minus 170 now. Money's coming in on him, and he's about minus 180, minus 190. So there is some love on him. I mean, yeah, I agree as far as Jourdain, as far as like I'm not picking him, but as far as he's gotten better, he's another guy that always fights for your money, always down to scrap, has skills, and he has durability. So that part, I think he has way more durability than Woodson. So
Woodson's a dark horse, so he's a good underdog for this fight.
Yeah, but Charles Jourdain, I like the name. I mean, it's hard. The other thing that's kind of scary is he's never been finished. He's in Canada, where he's from, his country. So, it doesn't always play a role, but it does bring some concern to me. He's beat Ricardo Ramos. You remember his submission, his last fight? Unexpected, because he's not a submission artist per se. But, I mean, he's gotten, the last 3 finishes he had. Oh, no, he's gotten finished a couple times. But the last 2 finishes he had were by chokes, guillotine chokes. So it's actually surprising to me because he's more of like a high-fly striker, flair type of guy. But as far as Sean Woodson here, I'm actually going to lean with him only off of pricing alone. The sniper, 10-1. I am worried about his durability. His gas tank looked a little bad last fight. But he's actually never been finished as far as knockout. He's been subbed before, but other than that, he's never lost. He beat Dennis Bazooka, who is actually a pretty decent fighter. And he's beat Joseph Zalal, Colin Anglin, and only lost to Arosa. And I remember that, man. That was an upset.
Juicy.
But at the price that it's at now, yeah, I'm for the show. I'll go with Woodson here. He's at plus 160, 155. So for the underdog, I think the value is there, man. I think the odds should be a little closer. I would make Jourdain like a minus, 140-ish range, type of thing. So, like you said, could be the dark horse, bro, Sean Woodson. But I think this is where we disagree here, right? You went Jourdain?
Yeah. He's fought like better people too, so that's what I was just like.
He's the rightful favorite, no doubt. Gary, for sure.
Exactly.
For sure. Next up, man. Oh, my bad. I didn't even share the whole other thing. I forgot. Here we go, baby. We got some white excellence fights. This might be boring. Brad Katona against Garrett Armfield. This is an interesting Brad Katona. You guys remember him from the Ultimate Fighter show? And he's fought in the UFC before, got cut. He's part of the vets. Then switched over to the Young Guns with McGregor because he's more of that vibe on McGregor.
Yeah, he won the Ultimate Fighter like twice, right?
Yeah, he won. I think, did he win twice?
Yeah.
He won the most recent one, right?
So, yeah, he won the most recent one, but earlier to get in the UFC before he won it, I guess.
Yeah, then he got they cut him. That's hella funny originally. So he came back as an OG. But yeah, he's a favorite right now, minus 185, Armfield plus 160. It stayed around there. There hasn't been much line movement on this. All I see is DraftKings moving to minus 200, 210. But I wouldn't take anything out of that because DraftKings is so the line movement ain't sharp. I'll tell you that because no one else is moving. But yeah, man. I mean, I can see why he's the favorite. He has way more experience, right? And I'll share this tab this time. Way more experience, 13-2. He is pretty impressive, very technical, very good all-around type of fighter, man. But he's a decision machine. He could sub people. He could kind of knock you out, but that's not really his thing. His thing is just dominating in position, in grappling. But the people he's fought, they're pretty decent, but they're not guys that are in the UFC. Valiev was in the UFC. He was on the show, and Hunter Azur as well. But Garrett Armfield, what do you think about this guy? 9-3? He hasn't done much either, though, so it's hard to say. Never been finished. And he's beat Kazama, who he was supposed to beat, right? No, was he the underdog? I don't remember off the top of my head. I think Kazama might have been the favorite in there.
Kazumi.
Shout out to Kazumi. And then David Onama is the last person he lost to, which is a pretty good fighter there, man. But yeah, not a lot of experience. But I'll just cut to the chase for me now. I just think the pricing's off. I'm not laying minus 185 with Brad Katona. I'm going Armfield plus 160. Possibly best bet of the week. We'll wait for the end to give that out. But yeah, and to be honest, maybe an over 2.5 is possible. Is at minus 170 right now. I can see this going to decision, but the more it goes to decision, it's going to favor Katona more. He's more of a technical piece.
I'm going with Brad Katona.
Brad and Garrett, man. They're both fighting each other. But Katona also home field advantage as he is Canadian. Brad Katona by points, plus 115 for those interested in that one.
All these first fights we've been through is like I go with all the Canadians. I'll probably cut it. He'll probably be the anchor for the Canadian super parlay.
The Canadian Canada parlay.
Yep.
Yeah. Garrett Armfield, man. Here's something I would look at: the KO prop plus 500 is a possibility, man. So I do like that one. I might sprinkle it. I haven't yet, but I already fired on Garrett Armfield plus 160. So be on the lookout for that one. Next up, we're getting into the prelims here. Or
main card.
Are we moving? This is a pretty decent. And if you just look at the main card, then it's okay. Then it's like as a main card, it might be cool. Arnold Allen, Mazar Evloev, man, some nice white excellence.
Evloev. Yeah, man, everybody's going with Mazar. He's like the favorite.
Yeah,
I feel it. I get it why, but I'm actually gonna go with the underdog on this one. I'm going with little Arnie.
Arnie with the bounce back. He's had some great competition. Let me pull this up here. Arnie 19-2. Almighty, and he's a real prospect, bro. Like big prospect of the UFC here, especially in the UK division. He's a big finisher, but he could do it all around. It's just all around. He could grapple, he could punch, he has durability in him. He did lose to Max by decision. I mean, Max beat him up. But I mean, everyone gets beat up by Max for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Max is like super god tier level of that division. So you can't hate him on that. But the people he's beat, Calvin Kattar, Dan Hooker, Sadiq Youssef, like these names, Gilbert Melendez, bro. Like these are some big names that he's beaten. And it's almost like his time for the belt. You know what I'm saying? So is this prospect, 17-0, also 29 years old. Look at and he's more of a classic Russian grappler, decision guy, maybe a little submission in there, not really a knockout artist. Yeah. And the people he's fought are okay. They're pretty good, but I feel like they're not as good. Yeah, Ige's good. Dawadu's actually good. Diego Lopez, that's the one with the hair. I forgot that song, but there's other songs like "There's a Place on Ocean Avenue," like that type of vibe. Enrique Bazzole for those. So he's fought pretty much a lot of people too, surprisingly. So these two guys are pretty closely matched, and I think the winner is going to get a belt shot. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this is a good way to open up the card. I was thinking about this back and forth because I do see the value in Allen as an underdog. Because like, when are you going to get Allen as an underdog, right? Like, never. But then the other side of the coin is Evloev. When are you going to get him at under a minus 200? Rarely. So it's like for me, I do like the Evloev side here. I know minus 190 is a little sketchy, but I already fired it. It opened at minus 165, and it's at minus 190, minus 200, and climbing. So if you like him, I would fire him now. If you like Arnold, maybe you could even wait because you might get a better number at plus 170, plus 180, maybe. But yeah, we're finally last few fights we're split on the decision here between us. The first few were together, but going Evloev.
I
What else
mean, I
we got
think
next?
I think Evloev's gonna win just because you got that Russian mysterious shit. But I don't know. Arnold got to make it a fight. He's been training in TriStar for this fight too, back at with
Mhm.
GSP and Faraz. So
And he got
hopefully,
wrestling. Like Arnold can wrestle.
no, yeah. And then he's coming off the that fight with Max. That only can get you better. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it should be
Exactly.
it's a good fight though, like you said. But yeah, I'm just pulling with Arnold just because I've seen more of Arnold fight too.
And if Arnold could defend the takedowns, then you're really in business. Because I think if it stays straight up standing like that, Arnold's going to have a slight advantage, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I
because
don't think Evloev is better.
he was going cool with Max. He was kind of just respecting Max too much.
Yeah, Max
It was like
volume always gets
he was
people.
like starstruck being in there with him.
Mhm. Pussy. Just kidding. But yeah, man. Next we got the Action Man.
Marc-Andre Barriot.
Sorry, I had a little coughing attack.
Oh, it's gonna be rough, man. For I don't know, Action Man's a favorite, but fuck, that's why I don't like. This is at 185, right? I don't like Chris Curtis at 185.
You think he should cut down to 170?
I mean, let's look at the size and everything. Like I don't know, because even like you fought another blown up 185er at one point, Kevin Gastelum. You know what I mean? And you got it was Kevin Gastelum's like best fight in years against anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, him losing to Kelvin Gastelum is kind of crazy, right? But you're right, dude. Let's see. When's the last time he even
Buckley,
fought
look,
him?
another his last win against Buckley, which is a blown up 185er who actually
Yeah,
is
who went
officially
down?
now back at 170.
Exactly. Jack Hermanson, he lost to Jack Hermanson
That's a
back
real
then.
185er, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then he got, you go down. I mean, he's fought the who's who though, as
He
far
beat
as like
Brendan
some
Allen
decent names.
though.
Yep, there you go. Brennan Allen, dude. I mean, this guy is solid. I mean, his defense, like striking defense, is excellent. He's similar to Strickland as far as the way they shell up, the Philly shell or whatever they call it. That shit is crazy. His striking's good. His experience is incredible. But yeah, I think it's just a tough matchup for him, man. In general, he's not getting any younger. Marc-Andre Barrios, it's not young, but he has that style that's like relentless grappling, and then he's gonna ground and pound you from there. And if he could get it in the ground, obviously the advantage is gonna be on Marc-Andre. So yeah, man, for this at Marc-Andre at plus odds right now, you can sign me up. You can sign me up, bro. Sign me up on this. I'm going Marc-Andre Barrios as an underdog. He was actually a plus 125. Now he's like plus 160, even better, plus 170. So yeah, sign me up for him. I think if you get him down, he's going to be able to win by points or ground and pound Chris Curtis. If it stays standing, I think he could keep up with Chris Curtis, but Chris Curtis is the better fighter as far as especially in the striking zone. So yeah, I'm going with that though. I think the value's there on Marc-Andre.
Man, man, Sam. I mean, I am like I did want to do like Chris Curtis and Strickland Parkway, but now that I'm like looking at it, like I don't know, this is just like it's like the kryptonite for Curtis.
Look at
Just
that
you just fighting
home
bigger
field.
dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, exactly. And
Even though
Marc-Andre
the
is a big
reach is
guy.
like the same. Look, what's the reach?
What do you have?
Go
I
scroll
can
it
look at
down.
it.
Keep scrolling down again, like you were doing.
Oh yeah,
Oh shit,
Chris Curtis actually
he got
has the
more
reach on
reach.
a
Cause
little
that's the
bit
thing. I
more.
feel like the thing with this fight, I know if Curtis like touches his chin, he'll probably sleep him.
Yeah, Chris Curtis is gonna be the better striker for sure. Marc-Andre cannot stand and try to strike with this fool like that.
Yeah,
He's gonna have to get it dirty.
I'm at the rock with Action, man. Fuck it.
The Action Man on the card of his best friend, Deshaun.
One of them got to win.
Yeah, one of them. It might be Chris. Well,
What's the
we'll see.
prop for Curtis by knockout?
That's a good one. Let's see. Curtis by knockout is plus 225, dude.
And
That's pretty
then
good.
Andre by decision.
Plus 425. I like those looks. I like that because it's not the most likely outcome either. The most likely prop outcomes is interesting. It's Curtis by decision, which is weird, and it's Marc-Andre by KO, which I think Chris Curtis can last 3 rounds with Marc-Andre. Like that part Yeah, like I would not bet Mark Andre by KO when there's a points plus 425. I might sprinkle on that. But the Curtis, if you like Curtis, yeah, you got to sprinkle on the KO because I think that's really the way he could really win. Is by the KO as well. Plus 229 is pretty good.
Yeah,
Putting that on my list.
I'm gonna go with Curtis, man. Fuck it.
All right, man. We're getting into this is an interesting fight. It could be really great or really boring. So we got Neil Magny. That guy is always fighting. You know, he's a vet at this point against the up and coming Mike Mallet, another Canadian up and comer, probably one of the best Canadians. But I believe he trains out of SAC, right?
Yeah, he trains out. I think for your Irish gym. I think for sure.
Mm-hmm. But he's 10-1, knockout guy. He's not that young, 32 years old. Knockout or submission only. Never been finished. None of his fights ever gone to decision. Yeah. So you got Neil Magny, who's a decision guy.
Yeah, but it's like Mike Mallet is cool, but it's like I mean, this is gonna be like the best fighter he's ever fought in the octagon for sure. And like ain't nobody just finishing Neil Magny. I would probably just take the over on this and Mallet by decision.
Yeah, the over looks pretty good. What's the over on this? Over 2.5 is actually plus 165. That's crazy. That's good. That's good. I like that price. 36-year-old Haitian sensation. Look at the way who he's fought. He lost to Ian Gary Machado or whatever at by decision though. Last time he got finished was by Gilbert Burns, but that's like elite level, right? And then he also got finished by Shavkat Rakhmonov. So, but they're all submissions that he's getting finished by. I don't really. When's the last time he got knocked out? All the way back in 2018.
By Lombard, right?
Nah, by
he beat Hector
Ponzinibbio. Santiago Ponzinibbio. Back in 2018. That's 6 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like 5-6 years ago. That's the last time.
I mean, Mallet's a submission guy, but I don't know. I feel like this is his first fight against actual somebody. Magny's been there, done that. I mean, Magny's done everything but fought for the title, right? Sure.
No, I agree. I like that look. I'm actually putting it on my list here. I like the over 2.5 because it's at plus 165. It's unexpected. Everyone's thinking all Mike Mallet fights, which they all have been. It has been finishes. But like you said, I think Magny's pretty smart, durable. It's a big cage. It's not that little one up in the apex. But look at the money he's gone into. Mike Mallet opened around minus 255, 260. Now he's all the way to minus 350, even for minus 400 in some spots. That's fucking crazy, bro. So I feel you on that. Like, yes, I think Mike Mallet should win. He's the up-and-comer. Magny's like the gatekeeper type of guy. Mm-hmm. But like this odds, like there ain't no way. Like I could see him ruining people's parlays. You know what I'm saying? Like I could see this happening. If you like Mike Mallet, I feel like, the points is plus 325 is actually the favorite right now. And then by KO is plus 350. That might tell you something, bro. That might tell you something. I think I'm going to jump on that over plus 165 real quick. I like that look from Nesto. So we're going with that. As far as the pick, I think Mike Mallet wins, but please, I'm not laying minus 400 with him. I think I'd rather sprinkle on Magny and just hope for the best. Hope for like at that point, you know what I mean? So, but I might look into the prop market for that one. What else we got? We got the co-main event right now.
Ooh.
Light it up. We got the
crickets.
This is the big scissor fight. Scissor me timber.
Hey, Fred, did you watch the countdown? It was just like both just hella lesbian out.
Yeah. Did I tell you I met Byron Brando Silva before? Right. Hilarious. Me and my girl were eating at this Picanha LV.
Oh, I think you did tell me. And then your girl started speaking like Portuguese to her, right?
Yeah, and so they said, "What's up?" But the girl she was with was the other. I forgot her name, but it was another
fighter
UFC
from
fighter.
Shootbox. Yeah, it's like her wife.
Yeah. She's also, but she's more girly looking. I don't know if they're dating because they are dating.
They're married. Bro.
Oh, they're married now.
Yeah, you didn't watch the countdown. Yeah, you got to watch the countdown.
No, I haven't watched the countdown.
Big lesbian fight.
But Raquel has a wife, right? For sure.
Yeah, kid, Tisha Torres, and they have a kid now.
Oh yeah. I'm thinking about Amanda Nunes too, and they got that going on with Nina Nunes. So I was like, okay. But yeah, man. Myra Brandon Silva, we out there. She was eating picanha. I was like, hey, what?
Fire.
The picanha crew. But yeah, what's up with her drama? So like, do you remember the end of last year? What happened?
Yeah, they said she had like
She
what's that drug? Adderall.
Yeah, so she said she prescribed it because I think she has a ADHD or ADD, one of them, and then you can prescribe Adderall for it, right? So the thing is, like, yeah, you could pop for that stuff, but then the thing is, she said she had a prescription, didn't she?
Yeah.
That thing kind of died out, but she got dropped. She got cut out of nowhere, even though she was supposed to be up for the title. Then you fast forward, and they said she had some sort of suspension. I couldn't even like you can't even barely find that much information on it. But they announced she had some information that I read about. It was like 6 weeks or something like that. And then fast forward to January, the beginning of this month. They re-signed her, and then they scheduled like some fight, or they like announced it during Christmas or something. It's like she barely had to serve any type of time, even though they said it was some suspension. And then she was cut, and then she was re-signed instantly, given a title shot because this is for the title.
She probably gonna win, and I'll probably take the under. She gonna tap
Ooh,
Raquel.
you like that? And I
Man,
feel you,
Pennington's
bro.
just like an OG, bro. Fuck.
Pennington's been low key, winning though. She's on
She
a
been
little winning
winning like
streak.
the last. She won like her last two, right?
Yeah, so let me bring that one up. Raquel Pennington, 15-8. So record's not sexy, but like you said, she's a vet. 35 years old. She's fought everyone. 5-fight win streak. Decision
Damn.
machine. Sometimes chokeout. She beat Caitlin Vieira. Split. Aspen Ladd. No offense, but Macy. So let me go through this. Macy Chiazon. Like, nah, I'm good off that. Penny Kianzad's okay. Marion Renault's old. And this was back in 2020. And then she lost to Holly Holmes. That was her last loss in 2020. So, she hasn't fought a bunch.
She beat Irene Aldana.
Yeah, exactly. And then the only people she's lost to are people that are real as hell. Holly Holmes, Amanda Nunes, Jermaine Duranamy, like Holly Holmes, just got like only real ass fighters. You know what I'm saying? So experience wise, she got it all. She's the underdog. I can see why. I did talk to some people that have some love for her. They like her as the underdog, but she's at plus 137 right now. Mayra Bueno Silva minus 160. I mean, it's a good matchup. But like you said, I think I'm going to agree with you here, bro. I'm going to go with Team Picanha. I just think with all the drama that she's gone through in the short period of time, I think it's just going to have to motivate her. Like, her time to win is now. You're not going to have a chance to really go out. Same thing for Raquel, I guess, because she's only getting closer to retirement, right? Mm-hmm. So she's not going to get another title shot probably. But Mayra Bueno Silva, bro, submission machine, like you said, they called it a no contest, but we all saw what happened. We cashed. Those that bet on Mayra Bueno Silva, she won by submission.
With a ninja choke.
Exactly. Even though she was getting outstruck by Holly Holmes, but which was everyone already anticipated for. And then she just had her moment, came in, get close, started clinching, grappling, and then all of a sudden got out of nowhere, bro. Out of nowhere. Got her stuck up. So it was scary. She wasn't winning the fight, but she knows how to come back and win. She hasn't fought anybody, though. Here's the thing. Other than Holly Holmes. Lena Landsberg, bro. Stephanie Egger. Yanan Wu. And she lost to Manon Fiore back in the day. And she even lost to Marina Moroz. That's a red flag. But I think what we saw in the Holly Holmes fight, even though Holly Holmes is kind of not super washed, but she's not at her peak performance for sure.
Who, Holly Holmes?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man, she's washed, bro. Oh, she's done.
Yeah, she might be done, but I don't think she's fully washed. She can still compete. But to be like, I'm talking about like to be champion all around again, like, nah, probably not. But yeah, I'm going Mayra Bueno Silva. I'm following me. I really think that this is her time, bro. At minus 160, I think it's okay. It's not the pricing I love. I was hoping that Mayra Bueno Silva was going to be closer to like a pick'ems.
Yeah.
But I think that she's good up to like I would lay minus 180 to be honest right now. Minus 190, 200. I think she wins. What's the submission prop? You might ask. Damn, only a plus 165? That's the most likely outcome. I'm not going to fuck with it personally, but,
yeah,
I mean, chances are submission.
Like you said, it's tough. Pennington's kind of durable, so even when she was like bleeding like against Nunes, she was still like fight, like she's still there. She's like the real life definition of her underdog. That's why her name is Rocky. That's her nickname.
Because she's Rocky. Raquel Rocky. Yeah, man. She has the better resume, obviously. So it's not even compare the resumes. But I don't know. I mean, I can see why people like Pennington on just value alone as a dog, because she's gonna put up a fight. She's gonna be down to scrap. She's, both of these are the I hate to say it, the masculine ones in their relationship too. So so they're trying to defend home. You know what I'm saying? Defend the house. But yeah, I think we're both going Maya Buena Silva, Team Picanha. We all out here. Did I tell you I went to PFL and there was some group of people wearing that shirt? Team Picanha. It was like a whole bunch of them. It's crazy. But we got the real main event here. The King of Kings. We got DDP. Let's show their picture first. I gotta see how they stand
We
next
got
to each other.
Dickless the Pussies.
Yes, look at these guys, dude. This is like white on white, but like the good white on white crime. It's like South Africa versus America, and somehow we're fighting in Canada, right? But what do you think about this? You already know that was it Sean Strickland the favorite, minus what 135, minus 140 right now.
Yeah, man, it's a close fight. Jerkless the PCs. He's in his head for sure. He dissed him hard. Got him acting out of character. You know what I'm saying? Even Strickland
Crying.
Even Strickland said that he actually personally messaged him. He's like, "Hey man, if you bring that shit up, I'm gonna fucking stab you." So
And he would.
So yeah, and he said he's willing to do it. But man, Dickless Duplessis, I can't sleep on him after what he did to Robert Whitaker. You know what I'm saying? Like he went in there first round was like it was kind of a little close. He was winning for sure the first round. In the second round, he just beat the brakes off Whitaker. You know what I mean? So like, it's Strickland though. Strickland's gonna be it's gonna be a close fight. But I think I might be going with Mr. Sean. You know, I've been every
Sean
time I go
Strickland.
against him, he wins. So now if I'm going with him, I don't know if I'm gonna jinx it and Drick is gonna win. But yeah, I gotta go with America.
Yeah, like everyone else, I'm a big Sean Strickland fan. Even before he was all like this controversial like headliner and stuff like that, like he was a solid fighter, bro. Like right as soon as he came back from that motorcycle injury, everyone was worried about, which I was worried about too. But he's been fucking solid. But yeah, like you said, DDP, bro, he's up and coming. He's always a lot better than I expect. But let me just share this here so y'all can see what he looked like back then. Sean Strickland, Tarzan. For those, he actually has a nickname, by the way. People don't even know. Tarzan. 28-5, 32 years old here. Finishes people mostly by decision, though. Very rarely does he choke people out, but he can. He's a well-rounded fighter. People underestimate how well-rounded he is. He's a champion for a reason. Beat beat Izzy, Abbas, Magomedov, Nasruddin Imavov. Like the people he's lost to are real ones. Pereira by knockout, which is you get caught with one, you could get knocked out. And then Jared Cannonier,
Which was
a beast.
It could have went either way that fight. I
Yes,
thought I had Cannoniers. I thought I lost, but I thought Strickland won that fight.
Yeah, so that was close, bro. And Cannonier's top tier as well. So I was ready going into when they announced this fight before the odds dropped. I really was like, oh yeah, I'm ready to bet Strickland as an underdog. I'm ready, But then when I see the lines now, then I'm like, damn. And then I start looking at their past, looking at their fights. And you're gonna give me slight underdog odds as DDP, bro. And you were there with me. I was on DDP to beat Whitaker just on odds alone, not because I thought, he was better than Whitaker by any means, right? But just he was like a plus 300 or something like that.
Did you bet it?
So hell yeah. That's why I was juiced. So it's just on a pure odds bet. So here, I think he's proven himself as far as like the way he's fought and beaten some people here with Robert Whitaker. I mean, Derek Brunson, Till, but these are pretty decent fighters still. They're not like super garbage, you know what I'm saying? So you just got to fight whoever's in front of him. So he proved himself with Whitaker. I'm not going to pass this up on him as an underdog because I think obviously if he wins, he's not going to be an underdog, against people usually. So yeah, I'm going Whitaker. I think people are starting to already be on the Sean Strickland train. That's why he's the favorite. Now, he would have never been favorite. He's usually not the favorite that often. But here's another thing I got to bring up. all these videos he making with Nina, that Nina girl, the social media girl for UFC, who, by the way, is not Pakistani. She actually is apparently Italian or something. So, which is kind of crazy, right? Everyone thought she was Ms. Marvel. And but yeah, so these two guys, I just can't pass this up. And as far as Strickland goes, he doesn't have staff, but remember they did that New Year's fight, the like candlestick or that I guess firecrackers, whatever. They were doing that. It was him, Nina, and they were shooting it at each other, bro. This is weeks from the fight, you know. And Sean got hit, and he hit him in the hip, and he does have like a burn gash. Some people are trying to say his staff. I don't know the staff, but you know, that's never good. Like those are not the activities you need to be doing. They could have done the interview or like promo video without that. You know what I'm saying? Or she could have picked another fighter. Like that was kind of crazy. So now I gotta go DDP underdog odds. Give it to me.
No, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with America, motherfucker.
What do you think of the total here? It's a wow over 1.5 rounds minus 225.
That's crazy. When they're doing only 1.5, I feel like it's gonna be like a finish that quick.
Yeah, damn. I mean, is it a trap bet, quote unquote trap bet? But I like the over. I think Sean's pretty durable, even in the way Sean fights. Even though he is angry and he wants to kill this guy, like he has 5 rounds to inflict punishment if he wants to, right? In theory. So it's like that's crazy that it's 1.5. Like I think they could both last. And if anyone knocks anyone out with a crazy punch, it'd probably be DDP knocking Strickland out, you know, Pereira style or something. So yeah, the over is good. But yeah, I mean, as far as like best bets for the show, what do you got here?
I don't even know. Let me see.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just so I don't forget. Let me set this up real quick. All right. So best bet, since we just talked about it, I'm going to give y'all DDP plus 120, readily available everywhere. I think that's a good value bet. As far as another one, Mayra Bueno Silva minus 160, readily available as well. That one's good. And then for the last one, I get 3 here. I'm gonna give y'all some. Usually I do the main event stuff, but here we go. I'm gonna get one. Garrett Armfield plus 160. There we go. Give you 2 dogs. What do you got for him?
Yeah, I'm gonna do this Canadian parlay with Brad Katona, Charles Jourdain, Serhi City, Johan, and Jasmine Juice Davis.
Vicious. Yeah, the all Canadian, The poutine parlay. Get your poutine ready.
Do another parlay with Chris Curtis and Shawnee Strickland.
Oh, the best friends, Deshaun and DeCurtis. Best friends parlay.
And then we'll do a submission bet for Mayra Bueno.
Bueno sub. What is that going to be at here? Let's double check. Mayra sub plus 165. There we go. All plus money from Nesto here. All plus money in, no money out. But yeah, this is by the way, we didn't even shout it out. This is the 6 God episode. They're going to be fighting in Toronto. If you're up in the 6A, you know, let them know, You know, fam, you can't be messing around like that, fam. Yeah. What's that Toronto accent chick? That's the worst accent of all time. But yeah, man, any word to the people? I hope y'all enjoy it. It's actually my birthday weekend, so I'll be watching on the card, watching NFL. You know, so those stay tuned for the Smoke Down, NFL Smoke Down. We only got 7 games left in the whole NFL season, bro. We're cutting them in half every week, but hope y'all enjoy violence. Hope y'all cash in. Hopefully we come through and get back in the positive here, make some money for the show like we did last year. Until then, Light it up and smoke out, bro. Y'all see us again real soon.